Hi, Taurus. Healing Grasshopper here to do your third week in March reading, the 17th to the 24th. Let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. The Chariot. We've got movement. I just got a twinge of deja vu. Wow, that was like triple deja vu. I feel like I got the Chariot for you very recently, and I feel like I had deja vu with you recently. I, If I'm right, if maybe you remember you got the Chariot recently, and I talked about deja vu. I don't know if I talked about deja vu specifically about the Chariot, but I feel like I got the Chariot, and I feel like I told you about deja vu about something or another. But the Chariot, especially in the beginning of your reading, is a really good sign, Taurus. I like this. See, I felt that deja vu again. I feel like anyway. Um, this is a good sign. Um, this is about movement, balanced movements. Um, this is not frantic movements. This is not fleeing. This is intentional movements, inspired movements. Um, the chariot significant here in this moment as well because we're in a transition. We're in a transitionary period. We're in the Great Ascension. So it's like you get the assignments, Taurus. You feel, it's not like Taurus, you're thinking in your day-to-day life like this is the transition. I'm ascending. I've got to move. I've got to change. But this is like a subconscious fire that's burning inside of you that is inspiring you to change and move towards new things. And here develops the story, not reversed. And this is ours, yeah? Okay. The Six of Swords. This is moving away from difficulty. You are making the heroic move to change your life. It's one thing to not like where you are, but it's like, what are you going to do about it? I just heard trains, planes, and automobiles. Spirit is funny. Yeah, you've got a boat and a chariot here. Taurus is not staying where Taurus is. Taurus is getting the F out of Dodge. And that doesn't mean that you're moving. It could be for some of you. But it's like you're not going to stay in if you're not happy, you're not tolerating it. Wheel of Fortune. Wow, Taurus. So you've got Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot on either side of the Six of Swords. This energy is very much like, I don't know where I'm going, but I'm getting the F out of here. Anywhere but here. And that is a really good energy because it really gives one the courage to move. There's no second guessing of what if it doesn't work? What if I don't like where I end up? None of that. It's just like, you know, there's nowhere to go but up, which really opens the road for you. Um, Wheel of Fortune, of course, is good fortune, good karma. Um, this is the universe working in your favor. So this is very much payback for all of the misery that you've been through, especially that other people have put you through. You're getting your compensation. It's coming in. My eye just went straight to the Sphinx here. You have three Sphinxes. There is an energy of wisdom here. You know, the Sphinxes also point to mastery of one's own fate too, which is very much what this depicts. Like, and the chariot too. This is like I'm taking charge of my life. I'm going to choose what happens in my life. I know I don't like this, and I'm going to find what I deserve. And that cues like the Eight of um, Cups. I'm sure we might see. The Knight of Cups here is lovely. Chariot is movement. Knights is movement as well. Towards what? Towards love. Moving towards something you love. This doesn't need to be romance, although it can include romance, but it's like there's happiness in that cup. Oh, whoops. Moving towards happiness, towards love. Yeah, see? Three of Swords in the middle of your reading, and under the Four of Swords. I mean the Six of Swords. And what is this? What are these two talking about? A heartache. But don't cry for Taurus, Argentina. You know that's what's motivating you. Um, there's a phrase that my father always used to say: "Pissed off for success." Um, this is like sorrow for success. You know, misery for success. Adversity is never fun, but you know, when you can transmute it and turn it in your favor, it's amazing. Look at you. Four of Wands. Under it, too? All of it. Okay. Like this? Here? Here? Reversed? Okay. Lots of swords. Okay. So, all right. The Four of Wands is about celebration. It's almost like this Knight of Cups is walking through this storm of swords here, walking through the misery to the celebration. Um, this is often called the marriage card, but for the most part, it is celebration after a job well done. But since you've got the Knight of Cups on the other side here, and you've got the Three of Wands, This may very well point to new beginnings in romance. Mm. So, you may be meeting someone this week. There might be someone that you come across that sparks your interest. It doesn't necessarily mean that you even go on a date or let each other know that you like each other. But this could be the kind of thing where the love at first sight type thing, where you see someone and you've got the hearts in your eyes, and then your mind suddenly goes to what your first name sounds like with their last name. You know, that kind of you're transported to high school and you're wanting to try out a new autograph with the new last name. Like you're really like, wow, this could be the one. Um, but this is interesting. We have the two of swords, though. And then my eye drifted up um diagonally. And it's like you just came out of misery. And it's under this Knight of Cups. It's like you came out of misery, but you don't want, you don't know how things are going to play out in romance. You're like, I don't know if I'll love again. I don't know if I'm interested in it anymore. You know, this this talks about not knowing how to proceed. But I feel like this is specifically when it comes to your relationships. And this could include all types of relationships. It's like you're feeling a little gun shy in, meeting new people, even like new friends. Like you don't trust people the way you did before. Because here's the King of Swords next to the Two of Swords. King of Swords is ready for the bullshit. He is on the lookout for that BS. And if you come with it, God help you. You know, he's silently watching and waiting for the BS to appear. Um, which is not a bad thing, Taurus. You know, I'm with you. That's the way you should be. You should your 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 past pain should be teaching you something about red flags. So you should absolutely be looking for those. Yeah, there's no unhealthy energy here because the Two of Swords often will point to some kind of error or flaw on the queer's part where they're being like obtuse or something. Like a lot of the time this is like, come on, Taurus, you're saying you don't know how to proceed, but you really do. It's really not that bad of a problem. It's not bad, you know? Um, but that's not what this is. This is milder, more benign than that. This is like, no, I'm not in the mood for that right now. But it looks like, yeah, and under the Wheel of Fortune, it looks like the universe might have something else in mind. Now, here's the thing, Taurus. the, I am going to insert my own opinion here for a moment. Um, and I'm not sure if Spirit is going to agree with me in this instance. Spirit's like, nope. Okay, excuse me. All right. So what I was going to say is, what you have to understand is that I'm a Capricorn sun. Okay, so I am super cautious. I really believe in Murphy's Law. I don't trust people. I'm very much like King of Swords. Yeah, looking for the BS and the red flags. Okay, so what I was going to say was, I don't know when this misery happened that you went through, but most of the time, it's of my opinion, um, just derived from my own life experience, that it's never really a good thing to hop into a new relationship when you're coming out of another one, especially if it was, you know, really toxic and damaging type relationship. There needs to be, again, in my opinion, a period of healing, introspective, like hermit mode for a while, for an indeterminate amount of time. So, yeah, but Spirit's like, no, Taurus is fine. Um, so my advice would be just take things as slowly as possible. Um, because here's the thing, what I was going to say, what I'm trying to say is, don't try and get into new relationships at all for a while, but here is the universe placing it in front of you though. So that's different. It's not like you're looking for it. It's like it's being delivered to you. So, yeah, don't listen to me. Spirit's like, this is meant for you. It's still being delivered to you. There is a new energy coming towards you. This is very much, I just heard smell the roses. Like, it's safe to enjoy other people. Not everyone bites, you know? Okay, okay. Reverse? No, not reverse. Look at the King and Queen of Swords. King and Queen of Swords has been turning up a lot lately together. Yeah, everyone, a good deal of the signs, I would say at least half of the signs, uh, in the past few weeks have been cleaning house in their lives, like exiting relationships and cutting people out of their lives, and realizing they're not going to tolerate certain things in their lives, which is a good thing. Okay, King of Swords. This is a very balanced. Um, what's the word I would give this? Discernment, I guess. Um, King of Swords is passive. Queen of Swords is active. He has his arm rest. He was very quiet too. He's just waiting for things to come to him. I always say too that that he's the guy who likes to give the person in front of them, or the lying person especially, enough rope to hang themselves. He's not really engaging in rebuttal or, trying to debunk the other person. He's just like, I'm listening. Tell me, what do you want to say? You know, and he's very relaxed, but he's got his sword there. Let's not forget, he's not that relaxed. But the Queen of Swords is different. She has got her hand out. She is active. She is engaging in that conversation. She's like, what are you talking about? Let me see. Let me see that. You know. She's very talkative. So there is a dynamic here of talking and listening, you know, asking the right questions and you know, staying silent and letting things play out too is really, and these two are the answer to this, by the way, right? That little bit of doubt, like, oh, I don't know if I trust people yet. I don't know if this is going to work for me. I don't know if I want to do this. Spirit's over here, like, it's all right. You have all the tools that you need. These are the tools that you have sharpened from this, right? These swords are very sharp. So you are very much equipped to engage in these new relationships that are coming towards you. Oh, then I heard separate the wheat from the chaff. Right. So, yes, spirit is like, just because I'm telling you that spirit is delivering um suitable relationships at you doesn't mean that you're not going to come across some duds and some decoys and rotten apples along the way too. There's a Bible story, and I'm not going to butcher the story, but um, oh, there's a story that I think it was one of Jesus's parables. Um, that was one of my resolutions this year is to start reading the Bible again. I am Catholic, but a lot of it I've forgotten. I do enjoy reading the Bible. Um, but there's like um, knowing the difference between the wheat and the tares, I think they call them. The tares are like weeds that can grow among the wheats that look like wheat, but they don't produce any grain, right? They don't produce sustenance. So it's like um, you need to be able to discern between the wheat and the tares. And I just realized what a beautiful reading this is because the Queen of Wands as your outcome is just so it's so perfect, so sweet. I almost want to cry. It's so sweet and poetic. I feel I'm like emotional right now. The Queen of Wands is brave. She is optimistic. But she has like this fearlessness about her. She is filled with optimism and faith that she will get through things, even the difficult things. She's like, okay, we're just gonna get through this and we'll get to the good stuff. Because the good stuff is always there for me. The sun is always shining. I'm fine. I'm gonna make it. She's got a beautiful energy, right? So this is very much speaking to this over here. It's like live your life and don't live in fear. That you are equipped to deal with adversity in your life. Don't don't miss out on the fun and enjoyment because you're afraid of adversity. Move through the adversity because beyond that is something beautiful. So lovely. Thank you, Spirit. Um, I am like lightheaded and euphoric and tingly right now. I don't want to close this reading. Oh, we're not finished with the reading anyway. Clarity? Yeah, I can imagine clarity for this. This is pretty clear. Advice. Higher self? You have a higher self card coming. Chris, I want to hear from you in the comments. Tell me how this resonates. Tell me what's on your mind. If you have questions, suggestions, I'll love to hear them. It's like Christmas morning for me to hear from you. Makes my day. Let go. Hmm. Very, I think you're very much in the process of healing and letting go. But I imagine that spirit is referring to this Two of Swords. It's almost as if the Two of Swords here is the loudest, yelling the loudest here. Your little bit of apprehension moving forward is significant here. Spirit is saying it's okay. What you went through was painful, but it's okay to move on now. Which you know this, you feel inspired to do that. But you've got to tell yourself, actively tell yourself. And I'm not talking about, accepting what I'm telling you intellectually now in this reading and nodding at it. I'm talking about long after you turn this video off, and you go out into the world, that you are telling yourself several times a day and on a daily basis that you are moving towards something better and it's okay to trust again because that is an issue for you here. And that you are equipped to deal with untrustworthy, toxic people. It's like you don't have to be fearful. It's fine. You come across it, you deal with it. You deal with it expertly. There's nothing that's going to come at you, Taurus, that you can't handle. And you know what else, Taurus? I am a woman of a certain age, okay? I'm no youngster. I've been through a whole lot of this, a whole lot of it. I mean, if I really sat and told you all of it, it would be like, geez, like I was making it up or something. Well, I'm a Capricorn sun, so that's typical for Capricorns. We go through it, okay? So I have come to the point in my life that I am very much like this. Um, I no longer feel like there was a time that I don't want to say afraid, but I suppose, if you broke it down psychologically, it would just boil down to fear. But I was pretty bitter at a certain point in my life. And I can probably say that it was, overkill. And I probably missed out on a whole lot, in this 10-year period. But there was a good 10 years, Taurus, of my life where I was so bitter that any man that approached me, God help him. I was horrible. And I laugh at it now, but my friends laughed at me. If we were out together and a guy was looking at me or walked towards me, my friends would be like, "Oh no, oh, poor dear." They knew it was coming. I would shoot him down real fast. I was terrible. Um, Looking back at that now, I know that was not necessary, right? This is what this is very much like, Um, this energy will prompt you to turn away from everything that you're offered. Don't do what I did, Taurus, because, that's creating toxicity for yourself. Don't carry your baggage forward like I did. But Knight of Cups here encourages me for you that at some point very, very soon, and probably in this week, this may kind of melt this down a little, because there's nothing like coming across someone um, that you have chemistry with to alleviate your fears, or at least momentarily. That initial euphoric discovery, is delicious, and that's what this is talking about here. So don't let this taint that, because sometimes right after the euphoria, it could be like, skirt, but, what if A, B, C, D, what if they hurt me? You can't live like that, okay? So I'm going to stop preaching at you, Taurus, and I'm going to send you out energetic hugs and kisses because I am just so thrilled about this reading for you. It is such a beautiful reading. Things are turning around for you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for staying this long. Please like and subscribe. For those of you who are already subscribed, thank you so, so much for your support. It really means a lot to me, every single one of you. You have helped me get to my milestone of 1,000 subscribers that I swear I never thought I'd get to. So thank you. But even if you think you are subscribed, have a quick look and make sure that you are. Some of you will be surprised that you're not, or you've been unsubscribed, because YouTube's weird. It happens. I know it happens to me from time to time. Um, if you're not subscribed and you haven't hit the like button, please do. It's a quick gesture, costs you nothing, and really does help me out and helps the channel grow. So thank you. Don't forget the notification bell because I post almost daily. There's always something new. But also, you don't have to wait for the notification bell. If I come to mind, come have a peek at the channel and see if there's anything new for you to watch. Okay? If you're really inclined to helping this channel, um, the other thing you can do is share the channel with anyone whom you feel might benefit or might enjoy the channel. Also, have a look at my playlists. I have many of them made. Choose one, set it to autoplay, and have it on as background noise as you go about your daily tasks, even while you're winding down and sleeping, because watch hours are what a small channel like this one needs to grow and thrive. Okay, guys? Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. I will speak to you soon. Enjoy your week. Love, light, and many blessings.